trusted news source. This is Channel 8 News at 5.
Coming up tonight, is Nebraska running out of phone numbers? We have the answer to some rumors.
Also looking to get into the holiday spirit, we have the details on some fun events for your family this weekend.
But first tonight, what you need to know about a new promising drug for those with Alzheimer's. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. There's some encouraging news about an experimental drug used to slow the progression of Alzheimer's disease.
New data was published on this potential treatment, and Channel 8's Veronica Beretta looked into it for us, and she joins us live here in the studio with more. Veronica?
For those affected by Alzheimer's disease, it's been a roller coaster ride when it comes to possible treatments. Experts say data on a new drug shows potential in the fight against the disease. This new treatment brings hope to people fighting Alzheimer's in the U.S. and in Nebraska. The drug is called lecanemab, and although it hasn't been approved by the FDA yet, research shows it reduced symptoms of the disease by 27% in a period of time.
This treatment, lecanemab specifically, has the opportunity to really change the course of the disease in a meaningful way for Alzheimer's patients.
Patients with early signs of Alzheimer's showed less cognitive and functional decline after taking the drug compared with a placebo group.
It could mean, frankly, many months more of recognizing their spouse or children or grandchildren. And so that's a huge deal.
But there is a concern among Alzheimer's advocates. Accessibility to treatment. Early estimates show the drug could cost anywhere from $9,000 to $35,000 a year. It's also unclear how much of that will be covered by insurance companies, including Medicare and Medicaid.
For people who don't have a lot of financial resources, it's extremely important to be able to provide whether it's Medicare or Medicaid coverage to those individuals so that they can get the help that they need.
Fossman says with previous treatments, even though they were approved by the FDA, the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services decided to limit coverage to individuals only involved in clinical trials.
Now that's a huge issue, particularly for states like Nebraska, where there aren't a whole lot of places where clinical trials occur here in the state.
Fossman says that in Nebraska, around 36,000 people over 65 years old are diagnosed with Alzheimer's.
Our data shows that we can expect at least a 15% increase by the year 2025. So we know that portion of the population is growing.
Fossman says right now there is a lot of hope for people with Alzheimer's and their families, as many studies target this disease in different ways. The drugs makers say they will apply for FDA approval early next year. Researchers say while lecanemab shows promise, the drug also had some side effects. For more, you can visit KLKNTV.com.
All right, Veronica, thank you for that story. You may have heard some rumors that Nebraska could be running out of phone numbers soon. Well, we found out today that won't happen for quite a few more years.
Yeah, currently the western part of Nebraska is covered by the 308 area code, while the east is covered by the 402 and 531 codes. This can be confusing since there are two areas with 3 area codes, but the 402 and 531 numbers are interchangeable. The Nebraska Public Service Commission says there are a lot of factors that go into predicting when an area will run out of numbers, but it happens more commonly in places with big cities and a higher population.
It really comes down to projected demand. Sometimes technologies can change and numbers get eaten up pretty quickly, but at this time we don't project that the area codes in Nebraska are going to exhaust anytime soon.
Currently, the 308 area code isn't projected to be exhausted until 2040, and the 402-531 area code won't run out until 2069, which of course is almost 50 years from now. Noodles and Company at 50th and O Streets is closed today after a fire there this morning.
It broke out around 6 a.m. today. While the store was closed, no one was inside. Fire officials say plastic bowls that were left too closely to the stove's pilot light is the reason. The range hood unit above the stove did keep the flames in check until crews arrived.
When crews got here, they had heavy fire, heavy smoke coming from the structure. and they were able to make entry. Most of the fire was confined to one area around the hood, and that helped in containing the fire.
Officials also tell us the building had fire barriers built in, which kept smoke and fire out of the buildings nearby. The amount of damage is not known at this time. A small group of high school students had the chance to learn hands-on about food science at UNL.
Nebraska students and some from other states took part in a food science challenge for a $5,000 scholarship. The challenge was to try and recreate a boxed cake mix as identically as possible. They used food dye and other ingredients. After they baked their cakes, they went to a lab to analyze the color and texture and compare their cake to the box cake. The Department of Food Science Technology hopes events like this get more students interested in the field.
It's important for us to, make students aware of that is very vital. We all eat and we all have an interest in foods that are available to us. There's quite a bit of need in the industry for trained individuals.
Each student who completed the tasks and projects for the day received the $5,000 scholarship if they decide to go to UNL and join the food science department.
Well, now that it's December, it's time for fun holiday events for your family.
Yeah, starting today is the 6th annual Haymarket Unwrapped.
Well, there will be so many activities that make shopping especially fun this time of year. There'll be visits from Santa, there'll be refreshments, prizes, and all of our wonderful stores down the Haymarket are going to be, on full display for the holidays with lots of goods for the loved ones in your family.
The event is free, and along with everything the mayor mentioned, businesses in the Haymarket will be offering some discounts. The city is highlighting the importance of shopping local to support the community. Again, the event starts today and goes through Sunday. And then on Sunday in the Haymarket, you can check out the Winter Festival being hosted on O Street.
Channel 8's Danielle Kaiser spoke with the business that started it all.
We have the perfect place to throw a magical winter market. It doesn't exist anywhere in Lincoln, Nebraska, where you go outside and spend time shopping and drinking delicious drinks. And I thought it was time to bring it here.
Wax Buffalo's founder and owner, Alicia Reisinger, says one of her first candle making memories was in the Haymarket.
My dream for this market is that it will become a Christmas tradition for all of us in Lincoln, right? Like the thing that you're like, this is the thing I do every year. My family, my best friends and I, we go to the winter Christmas market in the Haymarket.
Reisinger says it's not just the hopeful traditions the market will bring, it's tons of local businesses too, with each vendor participating right here in Lincoln.
Every single vendor is local, so it's local stores that'll set up tiny boutiques under the bridge. So it's like you get to shop all the tiny stores in Lincoln, but in one place.
With community at the heart of the event, Reisinger stresses without their involvement, the Haymarket doesn't get recognition it deserves.
I'm excited for the community to experience this festival, but I'm also excited for our makers, our community to experience shoppers that are enthusiastic about buying local. I think showing up here is step one, but then I think you'll see that there's really beautiful things to shop at this market that will also help our community grow.
Again, Danielle Kaiser reporting there for us. And let's take a look at the weather today. It's very nice to be outside, but it's pretty windy.
Yeah, not anymore. It's not nice to be outside anymore. We definitely have seen a cold front roll through. A lot of wind and a lot of cold air is now funneling across the state. You can't really tell by looking at the satellite and radar. Just some snow showers to the north of Grand Island, and those are all moving east. Mostly clear to partly cloudy skies for the rest of the state. Outside, it looks okay. Shown's roofing cam in Beatrice showing a pretty sunset, and temperature-wise, 45. That's not bad, but boy, you don't have to look too far west and north before it gets really cold. 29 in Grand Island. We were in the 60s not too long ago, and now we're at 36 in Lincoln, and there's even some teens on the map. Valentine checking in at 17 degrees. There's that cold front right there. It just keeps on rolling south and east and will continue to do so as we head through the next few hours, and it's going to bring with it a lot of wind. The wind speed right now is sustained at 37 miles per hour in Lincoln, 25 miles per hour in Grand Island, 28 in North Platte, 30 in Broken Bow. But look at these wind gusts, almost 50 miles per hour in the capital city for the wind gust at the top of the hour, 36 in Nebraska City, 37 in Grand Island, 36 in Hebron. So it is very windy, and it will continue to be windy for the next few hours. So there's a wind advisory for eastern Nebraska and a high wind warning for south central and southwestern Nebraska. Temperature-wise, we're going to drop into the teens by early tomorrow morning. That wind speed will eventually diminish. It's just going to take a little bit, but I think by around 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, those wind gusts should start to subside. So it's very windy and it's all of a sudden very cold. This is going to continue into Saturday, the cold, not the wind. So we'll have the weekend forecast in a few minutes.
Sounds good, Rusty. Thank you. Now we turn to the latest on the Mar-a-Lago criminal investigation. An appellate court struck down the special master review of presidential records recovered from former President Trump's Florida home after he left office.
Former President Trump fought for the outside assessment of those materials despite pushback from federal prosecutors. ABC's Justin Finch has the details.
Another defeat for former President Trump, losing his fight for a special master to continue to review presidential records seized in that summer raid of his Mar-a-Lago residence and club.
It's definitely a win for the Department of Justice.
The latest legal setback for the former president, who has repeatedly denied any wrongdoing.
This horrendous abuse of power is the latest in a long series of witch hunts. We started a long time ago.
The former president looming large in the Justice Department's criminal probe into the alleged obstruction of justice and mishandling of government materials recovered from Trump's Florida home after leaving office. In the wake of Justice Department opposition, a Florida federal judge appointed by Trump granted his request for a special master to review and remove 13,000 items said to include roughly 100 with classified markings. Then Thursday, an 11th Circuit Appeals Court panel overturning that special master appointment and concluding that Florida Judge Aileen Cannon overstepped legal bounds. The panel writing, "The law is clear. We cannot write a rule that allows the subject of a search warrant to block government investigations, nor can we write a rule that allows only former presidents to do so." The ruling from the 3-judge panel takes effect in 7 days unless a higher court intervenes. And all 3 judges who ruled against Trump are Republican appointees, 2 appointed by Trump himself. The former president could still appeal and take his case all the way to the Supreme Court. Justin Finch, ABC News, Washington.
And coming up, an ABC exclusive interview from the man who was stranded in the Gulf of Mexico after falling off a cruise ship, treading water for nearly 20 hours.
Well, that and your full weekend forecast after the break.
Too much turkey?
We now turn to an ABC exclusive. The cruise ship passenger who says he spent 20 hours lost at sea. He is now sharing his story of survival.
ABC's Rena Roy has the exclusive.
A miracle at sea.
My worst fear is drowning, and that was something I did not want to have to face.
28-year-old James Michael Grimes alive to tell his story after going overboard a Carnival cruise ship in the middle of the night last week, saying he spent about 20 hours treading water alone in the Gulf of Mexico.
I wanted to see my family, and I was dead set on making it out of there.
Grimes said he had a few drinks at around 11 p.m., told his sister he had to go to the bathroom. Then he woke up in the water. Carnival tells ABC there are safety barriers in all public areas to prevent guests from falling. It's still unclear how Grimes fell off.
I came to regain consciousness. I was in the water with no boat in sight.
And in an area known for sharks. But Grimes said he stayed positive and did what he could to just keep swimming.
A stick come floating by, looked like bamboo. So I started eating on it. And it actually, I'm not gonna say it tasted good, but it gave some type of flavor in my mouth other than salt water.
But then the Coast Guard arrived after searching for hours. The rescue caught on camera.
I'd done taken off my socks and everything and was just waving them around my head, trying to do something where they would see me. And when that light finally hit me, somehow I heard, "We got him."
Grimes says this whole ordeal has given him a new perspective on life. And surprisingly enough, he says he's open to getting on another cruise ship so that hopefully next time he'll actually be able to enjoy it. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
Now, your Storm Alert team forecast with Chief Meteorologist Rusty Dawkins.
Some fascinating imagery coming off of our visible satellite. This is what it looked like earlier this afternoon. Watch this frontal boundary right there. Picks up a lot of dust. There was a cold front that rolled through. The wind really picked up 40, 50, 60 miles per hour. And it just picked up all of that dry ground. And we just haven't seen a lot of moisture. Nebraska's not the only one. Parts of western Kansas also seeing a lot of dry air, and so the ground is very dry. So let's look at it one more time. Look at that, just incredible. And it was just a lot of dust being picked up, and visibility dropped to 0, and then everything moved through and the colder air filtered back in. So just an incredible afternoon in western Kansas. And outside right now, Southeast Community College, no dust in the air, but there's a lot of wind and a lot of cold all of a sudden. Temperatures dropping off very quickly. 40 at Southeast Community College, but it's 6 degrees colder at East Campus, 36 at the airport, 35 Denton Road. So obviously it's not 60 anymore. It was earlier, and you can still see the 60. There's still 60 at Falls City, but we're at 24 in Central City. So I mean, this cold front means business, and it is bringing with it a lot of wind out of the north and west. So notice Falls City here, just starting to see the effects, 10 miles per hour, but 37 sustained miles per hour in Lincoln, 22 in Wahoo, Columbus at 26 miles per hour, 30 in Aurora, and the wind gusts, almost 50 mile per hour wind gusts in the capital city at the airport at the top of the hour, 37 in Wahoo and Columbus, 36 in Aurora, 40 in Hastings. And we're not alone. Everybody is feeling the effects of that cold front. The good news is this will start to subside as we head through the overnight, but right now, boy, if you're outside and if you're like me, you got into work around 1:30, 2 o'clock this afternoon, and it was nice. And if I was to walk out right now, I'd go, whoa, things have changed very drastically. Wind advisory for eastern Nebraska through this evening, high wind warnings for south central, southwestern Nebraska, but really everybody across the state of Nebraska is seeing a lot of wind right now, and even some snow showers trying to pop up north central Nebraska into northeastern Nebraska, just east of O'Neill here. That looks like Knox County, Pierce, Madison, maybe Antelope and Boone County seeing a few snow showers, but without wind, it doesn't take much for visibility to drop quickly. Now this is 11 p.m. Friday. Notice all the clouds and everything is gone. Cold front sweeps through. The wind starts to die off. I think by 6 o'clock tomorrow morning, not much wind will be left, but the cold will be in place. We're talking about temperatures in the 30s for highs tomorrow. We were in the 60s today, 30s tomorrow, so the 24-hour temperature change will be significant. Tonight, teens, around 10 to 15 degrees, that northwest wind at 15 to 30, eventually dropping off, I think after midnight. 14 degrees tonight, clearing and cold, that northwest wind 15 to 30, but by early tomorrow morning, it'll be cold, but the wind will be out of the southwest around 5, 10, maybe 15 miles per hour. 36 in Lincoln, 36 in Beatrice, Seward, maybe some 40s out there towards the Tri-Cities, but we'll say 36, much colder degrees in Lincoln. Less wind though, so that's nice. Southwest wind at 5 to 15 miles per hour. Next 7 days, we bump up a little bit on Sunday. Not a bad day there. By the afternoon, Sunday afternoon, 47 degrees, 46 on Monday. So a couple of days pretty close to normal. And then we get knocked back a little bit on Tuesday and Wednesday. Temperatures in the lower and middle 30s. Couple of chances for some light precipitation, some mixed rain-snow mix on Thursday, maybe some snow possible by the end of next weekend, but we definitely need more moisture than what is on this 10-day forecast. But boy, what a difference just a couple of hours makes, going from 60 to 30 in just a few hours. That's how strong that cold front was.
Yeah, pretty incredible. All right, thank you very much, Rusty. A split day on Wall Street today. The Dow gaining 35 points, but NASDAQ is down 21. S&P also slipping 5 points. Here are your numbers. You're watching Channel 8, Nebraska's trusted news source.
Tonight, 2020 True Crime.
Finally tonight, a deer accidentally gets into the holiday spirit by getting into some holiday lights and needing some help to get out.
Jeremy Roth has tonight's Take a Look at This.
You've heard of a deer caught in headlights, but what about a deer's head caught in holiday lights? Oh dear, that's a new one. That's exactly what happened in an Oregon neighborhood where officials said an unlucky buck had been spotted sporting a tangled mess of lights since before Thanksgiving. I mean, I'm used to seeing cheesy holiday deer decorations, but this is for real dough. Oregon Fish and Wildlife officials were able to catch up with the buck and sedate it long enough to remove the lights and release the animal. They say it's common for their antlers to get tangled in hammocks, volleyball nets, and yes, even holiday decor. Wild residents of all shapes and sizes got into the holiday spirit at the London Zoo with their very own interactive advent calendars. Lions, meerkats, monkeys, and more kicked off the Christmas countdown by following the scent of cinnamon and nutmeg to a trio of handmade calendars hiding a host of tasty treats, including raw meats and crunchy crickets. Gross, but festive. Finally, do you remember the recent story of the live cat found inside a suitcase at New York's JFK airport? No? Well, there he is. The TSA says the feline had stowed away unbeknownst to the traveler and was found by security agents alive and well. Not only was it not in trouble, the cat, named Smells, was later treated to the sights and smells of his very own tailor-made Thanksgiving dinner. Look at that spread! You gotta be kidding me! For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
That's better than how we eat, isn't it?
Yeah. All right, Rusty, can we get a final check of our windy forecast?
Yeah, windy through the next several hours, and then I think Saturday the wind diminishes, and it's just going to be cold on Saturday, then a little bit warmer by Sunday and Monday.
All right, thanks, Rusty, and thank you all for being here.
World News is next. See you at 6.
With the Channel 8 News mobile app, you'll be the first to know. Get alerts about breaking news and weather, all in the palm of your hand.
We only do one thing at Comfort Made Mattress Factory, handcraft the highest quality mattress possible. It's backed by a lifetime comfort guarantee. Come see us.
Closed captioning on Channel 8 Eyewitness.